everyone! Today we're going to talk about the safety equipment you need for casting resin. If you've ever worked with resin, or if you're planning on working with resin, you should know it's important to take safety seriously to avoid any potential health hazards. Before we get too far into this video, I want to stress that it's important for you to do your own research into what equipment is right for you. It's also important to thoroughly read the material safety data sheets for all of the chemicals you're planning on working with. Each one may have different compositions, safety requirements, and first aid care. Alrighty, first and foremost, a respirator mask is essential when working with resin. A simple N95 dust mask isn't going to do you any good when mixing resin. Resin emits fumes that can be harmful if inhaled over an extended period of time. A respirator mask will protect your lungs from these fumes and help keep you safe. They also have the added benefit of making it look like you belong in a post-apocalyptic sci-fi movie, which is awesome. So, make sure to choose a respirator that is rated for organic vapors, as this will provide the best protection. This mask has cartridges that have a P100 filter for particulates, but more importantly, activated carbon rated for organic and other vapors. Another important thing is to make sure that the mask is sealed tightly against your face. If the mask isn't sealed around your face, you're just breathing through the edges, and it's not going to filter much at all. I'll put a link in the description to a document that will show you how to fit your respirator properly. You can get two kinds of respirator, the half face like I have here, or a full face respirator. The full face kind is good for protecting your eyes from fumes and splashes. Look into which kind is best for your needs. One last thing, dust masks are fine for when you only need to protect against particles and not fumes. I have this cloth one that has a slip-in N95 filter, and I use it when I'm sanding or using the Dremel. It's important to work in a well-ventilated space. A space with good ventilation will help minimize the amount of vapor in the air. The best option is to work outside, like in your backyard or in an open garage. If that's not possible, you want to do your best to make your space as open and as well ventilated as possible. You can do this by opening doors and windows. You can even get a big box fan and point it out a window so it draws air outside. The last thing you want to do is hotbox yourself inside a small, closed room full of chemical vapors. Also, remember, if you're wearing a respirator and taking precautions to protect yourself, it doesn't make any sense to do all of that if your loved ones aren't protected as well, because you're probably not going to find a respirator that fits your pets and children. So make sure the area you choose to work is far and closed off from any others that may be inside the house. Wear safety glasses, goggles, face shield, or full face respirator to protect your eyes when mixing and sanding resin. Stray resin or other materials may accidentally splash or fly up while you work. Depending on what flies into your face, this could cause serious injury. Have you ever thought about what would happen if something that you can't wash off with water, like resin, got into your eyes? Nobody wants to go blind. Keep your eyes safe. Gloves are probably the most important thing to use when it comes to keeping resin off your skin. Resin can be a skin irritant and in some people cause an allergic reaction. Wearing gloves will help protect your skin from any irritation or reaction and also prevent any residue from getting on your hands. As well as gloves, you may want to consider wearing long sleeve shirts, pants, and closed-toed shoes. You know, cover up. You don't really want resin getting on you. I don't own many long sleeve shirts, plus they get hot in the summer, but you will see me using these sleeve arm covers. One time I leaned the elbow side of my forearm into some urethane resin and I didn't notice until after it cured. That stuff does not like coming off your skin. It looked like I had a weird scab for like days. I cover my arms now. Also, you should choose clothes that are old because you will spill resin on them at some point. An apron is also a good idea. I once spilt so much resin on my shirt that it got stiff and crunchy and I had to throw it away. I also want to recommend covering your workspace to protect against spills. I use this silicone work mat when I'm filming. It has an edge that lets you keep any spills from running onto the floor. It's also purple, which is a plus. You can also get these thin, cheap things, or the sill pads used for baking. Plastic tablecloths from the dollar store are also a good option. And of course, you could also just use old newspaper. Any of these options are better than trying to clean resin off your table. And that should just about cover the basics. Again, remember to do your own research and read your safety sheets. The content on my channel might be made for entertainment only, but safety is important. Don't rely only on my advice. Do your homework.